Airlines have been on a tear this year. The question is, which airline do you invest in? So today we're going to look at American Airlines. And before we analyze the charts, I want to get into this article, which is just going to talk about American Airlines from a fundamental valuation standpoint. So this article is coming from Entrepreneur. American Airlines beat earnings, thinking of buying. So they reported the second quarter earnings last week, and on the news the stock fell and has continued to fall today. But really the question is it a buying opportunity? When you want to go long, you want to buy on pullbacks. So America is making its way into a long-term value investment as markets have left the stock behind along with analysts. So we're going to get into whether it's a long-term value play or not. Record quarterly revenue of 14.1 billion, representing a 12-month advancement of 4.7%. When markets were expecting net sales to decline, the airline decided to suspend its dividend back during the pandemic in a way to show up free cash flow. But now they're making roughly 1.2 billion in cash flow for the quarter. So potentially that dividend is back on the table. So from an evaluation standpoint, American Airlines is nearing a 30x growth in earnings. But when you look at valuation multiples, you got competitors like Southwest Airline and Delta Airlines trading at 9.8x and 6.5x, x meaning multiples respectively. When you get to American Airlines, it's trading at 5.6 multiples forward PE. This can be taken as a sign of favoritisms in markets gravitating away from American and towards competitors. Considering that American financials have increased significantly since the dark days of the pandemic, the stock should have been following suit, yet the chart shows a stagnant stock price as a beast waiting to be awakened. Okay, so let's get into the charts now. And looking at the monthly chart, you can see that we had the lows, had monthly buyers at 750. You got monthly sellers at 744. Again, this is big picture. There's probably monthly sellers here at the 750 level as well. But again, this is just big picture. What's worth noting is that you have this $25 level, which has served as, let's do this, which has served as support and resistance in the past. So that would be your short-term, longer-term target. You had support, support, support. Now has turned into resistance. All right, so let's go down to the weekly chart. Okay, so wait, just going back to the monthly chart for a second. This is worth noting. You can see that price did put in a floor at 1250, and it's currently trading at $17. Now on the weekly chart, what you can see is that for the past 3 weeks, price could not go higher, leaving behind supply and sell wicks. However, you have a level at the $16 level. I won't mark it in as a weekly buyer's level as I'm not in love with the volume. But nevertheless, it has to be respected. Price continues to decline. It's also going to bump up against the 13-week moving average. That should further support this level. So we got weekly buyers at 16. And we have weekly sellers at 22.25. Let's go down to the daily chart, and you can see the gap down that was on earnings. Again, we have a gap down today as well. Okay, when I look at the volume on the daily chart, we have a gap higher, so I like this level even more now. And this was the origin of the move higher, which took out the pivot highs to the left. I do like this level. All right, so the play is look for price to continue to come down. Look for a first target at 19. Look for a final target at 22. As you want to take some off the table before you get to the weekly sellers level at 22.25. So is it a value play based on the fundamentals and comparing it to its peers and potentially a dividend coming back? Yes, it is a value play. Thanks for watching. Subscribe. Please like the video.